Chair recognizes Mr. Hill.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Mr. Secretary, thank you for being here. Grateful for your participation. I want to talk on Syria. It's the 12th anniversary of the start of the Syrian civil war. The crimes against humanity and war crimes committed by the Assad regime, Russia, and Iran are well known and indisputable. And I'm deeply concerned that the administration has not been even more robust in countering the creeping normalization in the diplomatic community to the Assad regime. Mr. Secretary, does the Biden administration support normalizing relations with Assad?
We do not.
Have you issued a démarche to those countries who you think are romancing diplomatic relations?
We have, and I have personally.
I'm concerned about UAE, Bahrain, Algeria, Oman, Egypt visited for the first time since 2011. So have they all been spoken to?
They have, including by me directly.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I think this is very, very important. I think we send the wrong message. Let me stick on Syria as the topic and talk about H.R. 6265, the Captagon Act, which was included in last year's National Defense Authorization Committee. It requires an interagency strategy to be developed with the State Department in the lead to target, disrupt, degrade Assad's production and trafficking of Captagon. You're familiar with this?
I am, and in fact, we're working on that strategy, and we'll submit a report on it.
Do you believe Syria meets the definition of being a major illicit drug-producing country or major drug transit country under the Foreign Assistance Act of 1961?
I'd need to come back to you on the exact definition, but what I can safely say is that the regime, Hezbollah, are clearly a threat to stability, public health, rule of law by way of the trafficking, notably of Captagon. So this is something we're deeply concerned about. I can't tell you without looking at it.
I understand that.
Whether it meets
well, Senator Marshall and Representative Boyle and I wrote you last July about this, urging you to take a position on that. We never got an answer from you in writing, but we did get your answer in September when the President did not add Syria as a major drug-producing or drug transit country. I encourage that to be done this year. I think we are overwhelmed with Captagon poisoning people throughout the Gulf states. Another reason why I don't understand diplomatic relations by the Gulf with Syria. We have 150 examples of Captagon seizures in the region between between January 2022 and the date of our letter, and 200 more between January and the date of the presidential determination. I'd like to submit that letter, Mr. Chairman, for the record.
And also happy to come back to you on that, Congressman.
And without objection.
Thank you. And just recently, February 2023, in UAE, 4.5 million Captagon bills interdicted. So I think this is of concern. I hope you'll look forward to working with you on that strategy. Do you have a date when that strategy might be available?
I can't give you a date. I can tell you we're actively working on it, and we'll submit it, and I'll come back to your office with...
Come back to my office if you would, say between now and 1st of May, and let me know where you stand on